the same item, or maybe the same store even. Let me think of one store. Can't think of. Okay, maybe Metro. Right, there used to be Metro Malaysia. I don't know whether there is now. I haven't been to Malaysia in years. I must say years. But there used to be like Metro in Singapore, Metro in Malaysia. Same item, but if you convert, the price is actually different. But of course, you see when in ringgit, it's like wow, a lot. Okay, that's the second P, price. The third P, placement. Okay, so placement as in how do customers buy? How do they buy their product? Their placement, is it off the shelf? Do they order it? Or is it like, like some boutiques, they don't even display their items, they kind of hide it, and when you want something, then they bring it to you. Okay, and then promotion. Promotion is like advertising or marketing campaigns. The promotion, can your message reach across the different cultures? So if you notice, not all the slogans are the same. Like Kentucky Fried Chicken, because this one I had another class, and a classmate one of my classmates was talking about Kentucky Fried Chicken, and she kept asking the class of foreign students. I mean, we're all training to be trainers, so she kept asking the class of foreign students, what is the slogan for Kentucky Fried Chicken? And they're all from different countries, so they couldn't answer. They didn't even know what she was talking about. Okay, but it's like she was after the word finger licking good. So that one is not culturally accepted all over the world. Some countries is considered okay, right? US is okay. Singapore, we're kind of Americanized, so we find it okay, finger licking good. Okay, but some of them are from like Turkey. Can't do that. In fact, it's considered rude, and it's not acceptable. Yeah, not just rude, worse than rude. Okay, but I don't want to talk about it because I'm being recorded. Okay, but yeah, you're not supposed to even mention licking because it's not a good term. Okay, so can your message reach across cultures? So when you're doing a global marketing campaign, you need to tweak your campaign. It cannot be identical in every country or every market that you go in.
Come here.
So you might be successful in one market, in the Singapore market, but when you move into other places, into China, into India, Australia, if you're going to Europe, you may need to change your marketing mix. Okay, so what is the meaning of marketing in the 21st century? Previously, it was advertising, and those were the days when there was still just television. People watched television. Whatever you put on, they will watch it. They don't have other communication choices. Okay, so what's the meaning of marketing in the 21st century? Firstly, they have a lot more communication choices. Many creative options. More consumer choices. Okay, and now social media is the new word of mouth. So what it means is, instead of just telling your friends, your relatives, last time you have to meet people, then you can tell them. It's not you make a phone call. This I'm talking about really long ago, maybe in the 80s when I was a kid. Okay, but now what do? You can tweet. Okay, you can go on YouTube, make a video, critique, Facebook, LinkedIn, etc. Yeah, so many. Okay, and because of this digital revolution, in this 21st century, companies need to find new ways to conduct their business. Because one or any wrong move, it will be magnified because of social media's word of mouth. Okay, so you look at this marketing campaign, Hawaiian Airlines. Very apt, right? They chose Disney's character for their airline. Okay, so this is part of their marketing campaign. This is just one example. I'm sure there are many others, and I think closer to home, there was the Star Wars for ANA. There was also EVA Air, very famous for their Hello Kitty tie-up. Okay, so Hawaiian Airlines, so we talked about American. Hawaiian, something different from what you all are familiar with. So they teamed up with Walt Disney, and they have a trio of princess-themed aircraft. And yeah, so this one sits very well with children, and it's Polynesian, right? Hawaii and Polynesian, so that's why they are partners. They also had not only the aircraft outside painted, I think in the cabin, also they had, and then all their amenities carried the same theme. So this one I'm sure you all are familiar with. Few airlines have done this. Of course, not for all the aircraft, maybe one or two. That is for marketing purposes. You can't really do it for all. Yeah, firstly, the paint job will take really long time to paint your whole fleet the same. Okay, so this is the Hello Kitty I was talking about. Very cute, right? The whole aircraft and even the food. Okay, Hawaiian Airlines didn't do the food, but EVA looked into the food too. And all the amenities is from even the safety leaflet has Hello Kitty theme. Even the Essex bag. And there's no picture here, but apparently the toilet rolls also have Hello Kitty. So pilferage was very high. Passengers start taking your toilet paper to use at home. Too cute already. Okay, and the cushions, headrest covers. This one they didn't do the cabin. Don't know if they have pink light. That will be interesting. Okay, and the crew too must be in theme, of course. So they have their Hello Kitty aprons. This one is still in existence pre-COVID. I don't know about the last 18 months. I haven't heard much about Taiwan, but I'm sure this aircraft will take off again because Hello Kitty is still very popular. Okay, there are people who buy. They will check where these aircraft, these marketing aircraft are flying, and they will buy that route, that seat. So when Singapore had it was ANA, the Star Wars aircraft, I think that was the 787 if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so make sure that the aircraft is the one. That aircraft cannot have any technical problems, otherwise, you could be sued. Okay, just like this Hello Kitty. There are a few though for this Hello Kitty aircraft. And this has been very successful in our part of the world. One of the most successful marketing campaigns. So Singapore Airlines, yes, I think if you're familiar, they have done, but not to the extent, right? Not the exterior, and definitely not even the interior, not the headrest covers, nor the safety leaflet. That is something I'm not sure if CAS, Civil Aviation Authority Singapore, they are the ones who control this safety leaflet because they control safety for Singapore carriers. I'm not sure if they allow that. Yeah, but maybe after COVID, marketing will go this direction to try to get more passengers. Okay, so let me play this video. Stop share first. I said stop share, then I forgot to click again.
I did not give the cup to you. Show what? You should have
Can I help you, sir?
I'm just about to begin my journey back.
Really? And where's that to?
Back to my mom and dad.
What do you say I be your co-pilot?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, hold on. Sorry, my name's Jennifer, but my friends call me Jen.
My name's Cooper, but you can call me Coop. Is it possible for me to refuel some carrot juice?
Carrot juice, huh?
I want to be a pilot when I grow up, and good eyesight is very important.
Smart. Could we have 2 carrot juices?
Certainly not.
Thank you. Cooper, so you want to fly planes when you grow up, huh?
Yeah. But this is the best plane, Jen, so I only want to fly this plane. Oh, Dad!
Welcome everyone on a
Mommy, my
perfect night for
co-pilot.
football with the floodlights beaming down. I'm Derek Ray, your
Hi
match
there.
commentator, and alongside providing all the tactical analysis is Stuart
Thank
Robson.
you so many
And we have
games,
action
so
coming
many
up for
movies,
you
it's
from
crazy.
Foot Rivals.
Yeah.
Stuart,
Hi,
your
Mother.
expectations?
Would you like to go back
Well,
to the
thanks,
seat
Derek.
now? Oh,
The
no,
best
no.
coach I played under would
wait,
always
did
tell
we
us
get
before
one?
kick-off,
Oh,
earn
she's
the
doing
right to
just
play.
fine.
If you can win your individual battles, outrun your opponent, eventually you'll get the space to show your ability. I'm sure that's being echoed by the coaches here today.
It's so nice up here.
And the ball sailing over everyone in the centre. Fred,
Oh, okay. So do you like
he
that?
could really get at the opposition.
campaign?
Well, not cleared away
Jennifer
completely.
Aniston.
Fred. Sterling ready. Well, a bit short with the clearance. Saint-Maximin. Ben Yedder. Lukaku.
You see my screen,
Oh, he's
right?
given us away.
No, cannot. Okay. Now can? Okay, so that one was Jennifer Aniston
Bruno
on
Fernandes.
Emirates. I thought that was a very nice kind
Now
of
with Silva.
marketing campaign. Universal appeal, would you say? Actually, not really, because there might be cultures
Bernardo
that
Silva.
don't know Jennifer Aniston.
Doughty
But
defending to win
definitely
the ball back.
the English-speaking cultures, those who
Joao
speak English
Cancelo.
would know. And also it showed off the aircraft without
And
using
room now out on the flank.
cabin crew.
Fred.
Because
Now
probably
Lukaku.
done
And there to
together,
intervene.
as in they always have cabin crew showing the cabin.
De
So
Bruyne.
this time they had
And
a
here's
well-known
And reading it
actress,
absolutely superbly.
well-known
what an
and well-liked.
opportunity.
She's one of those well-liked. She was promoting features
Can he finish?
of the aircraft
And a
and
goal
movies, and
to
then they
open
could
the
show off
scoring.
the
No
first
wonder
class
they're
of
celebrating.
privacy, the door closing.
Well, the Magpies get things restarted.
So this is,
See if they can
an
offer a
example
swift
of,
response to this setback.
A marketing campaign.
Lukaku.
Oh,
And unable to keep possession.
It's already 4 years old, and now
Saint-Maximin.
this one is 2016. Yeah, this video was selected by the course,
Saint-Maximin.
the course chair,
Bruno
Dr.
Fernandes.
Beverly Bolden. She's in the UK
he's won
in
the ball.
2016 when she designed this course, and now it's even worse. So let's just watch
Fred.
this video first about social media and
Lukaku.
your business.
Bruno Fernandes. Well, they'll be happy to have regained possession. Walker. Paul Pogba. Bruno Fernandes has it. He's given us away.
Siapa?
The Magpies looking creative. Lukaku! That's a great stop.
Well, his reflexes are so good there. That's a fantastic stop.
Paul Pogba. On to Jesus. And he takes it away. De Bruyne playing with purpose. Joao Cancelo. Oh, maybe the equaliser. Really sound goalkeeping.
Well, that had to be a goal, didn't it? What a stop that is.
Corner kick played in.
Sorry, no sound now.
Well, it wasn't the easiest header to control, but still he'll be a bit disappointed.
Okay, quite ominous when you must hear with the music lah, then you must hear.
Ben Yedder. Can they create something from here?
Okay.
And return to Ben Yedder. Successfully cut out. Nearly at the break then, and the visitors have eked out a lead. Stuart, an opportune moment, I think, to get your assessment.
Yes, they've defended really well all over the pitch. Their work rate and discipline has been excellent. But any drop in tempo and this lead could easily slip away.
Robertson. On to Bruno Fernandes. Lukaku. Not what he was intending. Bad pass. Fred. Well, they're moving the ball neatly enough. Just looking for that decisive pass. Joao Cancelo. And the throw-in forthcoming. Joao Cancelo. Fred. Body on the line. And teammates to play it to. Fred. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Cancelo. But he knew he had to get to the ball, and he did. And with that, the first half draws to a close. Plenty to consider based on what we've seen so far as the second half begins. Silva. Walker now. Bruno Fernandes. Ben Yedder. Can he find the net? Well, closed down straight away. Rafinha. Disappointing pass. Gabriel Jesus had a lot to say for himself in the first 45. Sum up his performance for us.
Well, Derek, he took his goal well and was a constant threat throughout that first half. I thought he showed a lot of skill to get out of tight situations, and he had a real impact on the play.
And still looking for space. Well, he took care of it defensively. Getting forward. Lukaku. Fred. Kevin De Bruyne. Fred.
Okay.
And
They
a
make it
textbook
sound so
interception.
ominous. Yeah, but it grew so fast.
Well, the visitors, as you can
And
see,
now the
haven't
latest
enjoyed the majority of possession.
TikTok
But what they've done with it has been really
TikTok
good.
account.
And they'll be happy with the way the game is being played at the moment.
Oh, hang on, Stuart, it's a chance.
Okay, so this is the airlines and how they are using social media to market. So Singapore Airlines on Facebook, and they need to do that quite often because people get bored, right? The whole day you're on Facebook.
After this, I
and,
let you go your
yeah.
call.
So if there's no new news, then
ni
it becomes like, oh,
diam lah.
forgotten.
Gabriel Jesus
Meta.
comes up with a goal.
And now they're even looking. So Singapore Airlines has a similar type of
He's given it straight to the opposition.
Facebook, LinkedIn as well.
The attack looks
Instagram.
promising. Ben Yedder.
So Scoop on
An astute piece of
Instagram,
defending.
and then look at AirAsia on Twitter. The tweets and you can reply. So
Careless
they
in
all
possession.
engage all these social media companies that help them respond.
Not
So
to be
there are
advised giving the ball away
2.8
there.
thousand likes, and if there are comments or questions, yeah, they actually have
Bernardo Silva.
agencies. Most of it is handled by a
It's
bot.
got to be.
So artificial
Well, it really
intelligence
wasn't a
will
great effort, was
handle
it?
comments. So you try, you go and post like, oh, excellent, or you.
Well, what a brilliant save
of course,
that
what
was.
he said,
I can't
okay, so
believe
you
he's
go
kept
and
that
post
one out.
some compliments or
It might be
something,
perfectly set up
and
for the
you actually get
counter-attack,
a
you know.
response. Thank you for
Well, it
your
fizzled out.
compliment, your commendation. You get a response,
Walker.
but I doubt it is human.
You've got to
if
savour
it's
such
not-
moments.
If it's worthy enough, the chatbot will,
Ben
the
Yedder.
AI will collate
Good
all
tackle.
the worthy comments, and they actually compile it, and you may get a real person
Bernardo
who will
Silva.
respond to you. Okay, just
Defensive
like
Brazilians to shut them
2,000
down.
over posts, 119,000 followers. So now it's all about how many followers you have, right? How
Just
many
20
likes,
minutes
how many
remaining now.
followers.
What can they do
AirAsia
from here?
too, they were very big on Twitter.
Shot
I
up.
think they are still
Plays it back.
pretty big.
Well, there's a
So
keeper
you
on
could
song.
tweet a
Well, how did he
question,
stop that?
and they
That's
have,
just...
AI or their agent will respond to you on Twitter. This is how intelligent it is. Okay, so 21st century marketing is quite different from the traditional marketing that we studied or I studied before. So the first difference is
Unbelievable.
you find visitors
It's going to be a double
before they
substitution.
arrive.
Well, that's woken up these fans. They haven't had
Okay,
too
so
much to
you
cheer
need
about
to
so far.
Search when people have inspiration to
Delivered by
travel.
Bernardo Silva
You
here.
already need
Struggling to get it away.
tune in to what they want. So it's
Well,
too
they can
late
keep
already
possession of it now.
when they decide, oh, I'm going to buy
Ben
a ticket.
Yedder.
Okay, it's too late
An
already.
effective challenge.
Because by then they already have in their mind some impression, some brand or something they want already.
Not
So
sure
now
Vidal.
in 21st century marketing, you need to already build your brand even before the
Sterling.
information to travel.
Paul
to
Pogba doing his job
So
defensively.
many brands do that. So they have to find visitors even before they arrive. People don't arrive
Intercepting
at
it
the place,
intelligently.
then go and choose hotel, right? How many of you still do that? No, you already pre-plan everything because you can do it from the comfort.
This might be
of
the
your home.
perfect
You
counter-attacking
don't have to
opportunity.
leave home. It's on your mobile, not even computer. You can
And
plan
players waiting
your
in the
whole
centre and taken cleanly by the goalkeeper.
And even when you start planning, you already in your mind there is something. So you need to
Bernardo
plan
Silva.
that something way before the inspiration to travel starts.
Shot up.
Okay, and
Bernardo
when they
Silva.
arrive, that is when they start off the
It is
journey.
a lifeline in this
Number
game.
two already.
And what a finale we could be in
You
for
have to
here.
surprise them like that already.
Well
at
underway
that time.
again. It's a narrow
Haven't
2-1
even left,
lead as things
they
stand.
already have certain expectations. So how do
Well, it
you
must be mighty
like
annoying when you...
at the
In with a
airport,
chance.
a welcome?
Still could be
Some
dangerous.
airports have like Changi Airport, somehow the lighting is
Danger.
so
A
whenever you
glorious
arrive,
chance.
it's like, wow, so nice. Right?
Oh, a goal.
The departure hall
Every
the
player's
lights,
worst
the
nightmare,
lighting, if
because
you notice,
this will go
they
down
tend to
as
be
an
at a
own
higher
goal.
level, and if
So
the
back underway,
natural light
the game
is
having
not
been
as
squared
bright
at
to
2-2.
you, especially the departure hall.
5
So
minutes
it's
to
already
go.
such a warm welcome, and you might even find
Bruno
sense
Fernandes.
in Changi. They do have some
Pogba.
freshness. Okay, at least Jewel has. Even if the airport in 4 weeks, so I'm not sure. Yeah, but you need to be like
Well, they're certainly
your
thinking about a
traveller
winner,
already.
but nothing comes of it.
Okay, and number 3, you need to train and plan for negative travelers. So anticipate,
Vidal.
not everyone will be happy
Now with
your
Silva.
product, your I think you're happy. There are people who are unhappy about how your
Never
team
by Bernardo
has
Silva
tried to
here,
good
but
promotion
keeper's
also
ball.
don't do it.
They'll be
And
disappointed
you
with that
already
delivery.
need to plan how to
And
deal
there is
with
the
this
referee's
negative
whistle for
error.
full time.
And
Even Steven
train
here, they
means your
can't be
staff need to
separated.
be
We
prepared
were treated to
so
goals.
that they won't be caught off guard. Okay, and Facebook still, although you may say it's passe, it is still very good, one of the best platforms for travel and airlines. So many travel agencies, airlines, the big hotel chains, they still use Facebook. The marketplace is still very well patronized by people looking for travel. Okay, and owing to number 5, terrorism, this threat has not gone away. Every now and then, now it's taken kind of a backseat to COVID. So COVID is the front, but terrorism is always there. So there's greater emphasis on tourism. Governments are promoting tourism, but they're very careful too still, right? So they need to watch out for terrorism because they can ruin your whole tourist industry in your country. So these are the 5 points for 21st century marketing. Okay, now because of these 5 points, can you think of just a thought? I know some of you are unable to speak because of your work, but those who can. Okay, so the impact of these 5 points: you need to find visitors before they arrive. You need to surprise and delight the moment they start their journey. So that is at the airport, haven't even reached your airline yet, but the first part is really the airport. You need to, point 3, train and plan for negative travelers, use Facebook, and then watch out for terrorism. So because of these 5 points, these are the questions that all marketeers have to ask themselves. Okay, so how do you use social media marketing effectively? And how do you communicate? How would an airline or airport communicate with the customers effectively and meaningfully? How can you have impact? You could be lost in all the different marketing on Facebook. And how are you going to increase sales? And how would you promote brand awareness? So these are the questions that all marketeers will ask. Airline marketeers, airports somehow, they also have some marketing, but basically they market to airlines to get the airlines to fly into the airport. So when we talk about marketing, usually we refer to airlines. Okay, so these are the questions that marketeers usually ask. Okay, now we're not even talking about like internet marketing. It's really about mobile marketing strategy, the use of the phone. There are many people now who don't even use the internet to search. Like Facebook, everybody uses an app now, so they do almost everything with their mobiles. Okay, thanks to the smartphone, now we don't really need computers. Okay, so first is the awareness, right? Even before the inspiration starts, you need to get your brand out there, your name out there. People need to know you. So the first consideration is on the mobile channel. How significant is your airline on the mobile channel? And then how you use your mobile tools to attract users' attention. That's our engagement. Okay, so every now and then you can see they will post news, information, to generate attention, even though they're not travelers. So there are airlines who have like, or they count the likes, or they put up polls, they ask questions. These are not really their passengers, right? They haven't even, they may not have used the airline before, and they may not have intention to use within the next year or something, but they follow. There are people who follow airline websites. Interesting, right? Okay, so this is how you can engage your audience. And then through these channels also, they promote their products and services. So there's a lot going out now. So Singapore Airlines has done a whole lot of advertisements, which was quiet for the last few months. It wasn't so frequent, but now if you check Facebook, you check LinkedIn, they'll tell you, and they even put like pictures of their crew getting ready for work, right? They even had cleaners before. I know they did a cleaning piece, like getting ready for flight, and they show how the sanitation process is now to kill all the viruses. Okay, so they have specific information and tools, so they always go out regularly, just keep pushing information out. Whether or not people want it, there are some want it, but they keep pushing information out. And the photos are very attractive, so that captures the attention of the public. So this is where maybe engagement will become consideration. Okay, I'm going to travel, I will think I will use this airline. Okay, and then conversion, that is when you actually convert to a buyer. So every time we will measure how successful a marketing campaign is, we go by conversion. How many conversions are there? So how many of them just become one of your marketing targets? How many of them become your passengers? So we measure by conversion. And then the next stage, this is the part that we had been studying earlier. Okay, after that, how many times they purchase your product after that? So that becomes okay, so mobile marketing strategy really has to begin way before all these, before engagement even. It is the awareness. Now that social media is prevalent. Okay, so key findings on social media. So although marketing has changed, the structure of marketing organization has remained the same. So there is involvement. There will be more changes to come. So there are 4 trends that are found by researchers. Okay, so the 4 trends are urbanization, technology, sustainability, and there are new economies. So what are these 4 trends? So urbanization, the first one, you can see there are more and more people who become city dwellers. So those living in rural areas or those people who live in like country, it's actually on the decline. Like we are now 2021, so it's gone down. Okay, whereas urbanization is on the increase. So cities are growing and people are leaving rural areas. So this is the first trend, urbanization. And what are the characteristics of urbanization? So you look at the trend, 2018, this was when the World Economic Forum published this. Okay, so what has happened is like regional cities growing, okay, but there are mid-sized cities also growing, and now there are large cities and mega cities keep growing. So what are the mega cities? New York, Tokyo, Lagos is considered a mega city with 10 million plus. So Singapore is not quite there. The whole country is a city. So we are around Hong Kong size. Okay, in terms of population, not land size. By the way, our land size is smaller than Hong Kong, 1/3, right? Okay, but our population is like half or something. Okay, so it's not land size, but the people. So the characteristics is it's all growing. Okay, urban settlement at quite a fast pace. So, and it didn't grow much in the last 18 years, right? But it's going to grow 2030. I suppose your question will be, is it organic growth or is it like immigration? Okay, so yeah, that's a good question. Usually for cities, urbanization, if you go and check, it's usually like migration. People move to the big cities rather than people in the cities have many children. That's not the case, right? You will find that people in rural areas, they actually have more children. Okay, so it shows that people are moving to the cities. And even urban settlements, these are like smaller towns. Halifax, Christchurch, 500,000. Even then, it is also growing. So, and unlikely it's from here moving here, but really from rural to move to urban settlement. Okay, the next trend is technology. So, let me see whether I have shared sound.
What are the 25 biggest technology trends that are defining the next decade? As a business futurist, I have just written a new book called Tech Trends in Practice, the 25 technology trends that are driving the fourth industrial revolution. And what I want to do in this video is just give you an overview of those 25 technology trends that are really redefining our world and are driving us to this new industrial revolution that is going to transform businesses and our world. Artificial intelligence and machine learning. For me, today's biggest technology trend that is transforming how businesses like Netflix and Amazon operate, even our email spam filters. We're using AI every single day, and this will transform our businesses, gives machines the ability to learn by themselves and make more autonomous decisions. The Internet of Things, or IoT, means that we now have more interconnected and smart devices. This started with our phones, now we have smart watches, we have smart TVs, and soon smart everything. Today we have 20 billion, soon we have 200 billion interconnected devices, and they surely will transform our world. Wearable technology. It all started with fitness trackers, but soon we'll have a plethora of smart devices that will make our lives as humans safer, more efficient and healthier, and potentially even augment what it means to be human. Big data. We now have a world full of data, more than ever before. What we now also have is intelligent algorithms that can extract insights automatically. So we get augmented insights that will give companies unprecedented insights from their data. Intelligent spaces. What we're seeing is that our homes and offices and our buildings are becoming smarter and more intelligent, and this will transform the way we live and the way we work. Blockchains. They are super secure ways of storing our information and validating transactions. We're now talking about distributed ledgers as well. This will transform how banks operate and how we keep our possessions. Cloud and edge computing. Cloud computing means we can now process and store data via the internet on other people's data centers. Edge computing means we can now process more of this data on our devices like smartphones. Extended reality. What we are now seeing is that our real world is being extended into the digital world with augmented reality, where we place objects onto the real world, or even virtual reality, where we are completely immersing ourselves in the digital world. The future will mix those realities much more intensely. Digital twins. They are basically virtual copies of products or even entire processes and ecosystems that allow us to tweak them and experiment with them without actually having to do this to the real object. Natural language processing. This is the ability of machines to understand our language. It gives machines the ability to read text, to summarize text for us, and even write entire books. Voice interfaces and chatbots. We are all used to the Alexas and Siris in our lives. This will only increase. Chatbots will become more intelligent. They will understand our emotions, and we will be able to communicate with them much better than we can do today. Computer vision and facial recognition. Basically, this is the ability of machines to be able to understand who is on a photograph and what is on a photograph. And machines are getting extremely good at this, sometimes better than humans. Robots and cobots. What we are now seeing is increasingly autonomous robots that are aware of their surroundings. They become intelligent co-workers of us. They are aware of us, we are aware of them, and we can work together with them. Autonomous vehicles. We are now seeing self-driving cars, self-driving delivery robots, and we will see a lot more of those in the future. 5G is basically the 5th generation of mobile communication that will give us speeds and latencies of internet communications on our phones that is as good as our fiber optic lines in our offices. Genomics and gene editing. Basically, it's the ability to understand our genomic structure, how we are made up as humans and what we are made up of, and the ability to edit ourselves, to cancel out things like cancer and potentially create completely new beings that have never existed before. Machine co-creativity and augmented design. This basically means that we can now use tools like artificial intelligence Very.
So we need to stay ahead of technology. The 25 biggest trends. Okay, some he broke down into more to make it 25, right? To like have it a lot. So how many have the airlines embarked on? Actually, I would say almost all the 25 he mentioned has been used by the aviation industry already, so embarked on pretty long ago. Some I think you're quite familiar with. AI, right? All your airlines, all aviation companies will have chatbot in their marketing. They also will study your preferences, your data, and then they will give you ads whenever you're looking for, like, you go in Google for holiday, for example, to Bali. Before you know it, every time you go into your social media or your Google again, ads will pop up about Bali. Okay, so they're already using that data. Blockchain, if you look at how payments are made, so you can have Crispay. This is the Singapore Airlines one, so it's blockchain. It's you can pay with Crispay, which is blockchain, using blockchain technology. What else? Oh, a lot more. So all the new materials, all that, your aircraft. How about autonomous travel, totally automated travel? There will be a day, everybody's debating, when aircraft will be totally pilotless. Okay, so maybe not 10 years, but quite soon, I think. I think the only resistance now is really the customer perception. The passengers perceive it safer. But you all studied the last module on aviation safety. You realize the pilots often make so many errors. Quite scary after you study that module, right? Okay, so yeah, that's another debate. But my pilot friends tell me it's within 50 years they're out of jobs. So a lot of them tell you, oh, I don't want my kids to be pilots. Firstly, after COVID, they all got quite sad, right? Suddenly, no more income. And then now things are shaky. Okay, so yep, that's technology. So the third trend is new economies. So all the traditional has moved and changed, but these are the new economies, and these are the countries leading the way on the 12 pillars of competitiveness. So now things have changed. Now it's about innovation, right? The market, human capital. This one is about human talent, and the enabling environment. So these are the countries that are in the lead in terms of competitiveness for the new economy. So you can see Singapore, not too bad, right? They lead in the human capital pillar. I guess there are no natural resources, so it's become you develop your people, the skills, and in healthcare. So Singapore, Hong Kong, Japan, Spain is going that direction. Innovation capability is still Germany and US. And look at China, by sheer market size, in itself it is already its own economy. Okay, labor market, product market. So you can see all the countries that are in the lead of global competitiveness. So yes, you are in Singapore, not bad. You're doing well. This is 2019. Let's see the 2021. I think this year, World Economic Forum, was that the one was cancelled, or they decided not to use Singapore? That's the WE Forum, quite a famous forum. Okay, so yeah, that one's supposed to be a Shangri-La or something that got cancelled. Okay, but if you look at all this, yes, so we are lucky we are in Singapore that are spearheading ahead for competitiveness in terms of all these aspects. Okay, and they call this the fourth revolution. The fourth industrial revolution is all about digital. Yeah, so you have like in the great industrial revolution, that is history. That is history already. So now we're in our fourth revolution and all about digital skills. So this is where you won't see Singapore, probably too small. Okay, so Finland, number one, and the lead. So these are the economies that are pulling ahead. So why this is in blue? Yeah, because they are highly digital, like they are revolutionary digital. So US, when China 61 over 100, then you have here Brazil. I would think we're not India because we're probably too small. But we're probably somewhere around here. Probably maybe under India. Okay, Brazil is falling behind, but plenty of problems. So it cannot go to school. Okay, so this is the new economy. Everybody's going digital. And what is the fourth trend? So the fourth trend is sustainability. So what is sustainable tourism? I think I shared sound and I didn't stop share, right? Okay, so hopefully if you can't hear, let me know.
No!
Oh, there is no sound, Julie.
Okay, thank you. Every time I play a video, I have to start. Okay. Sorry.
From recycling at home to cycling to work, there's always something we can do to reduce our impact on the planet, including how we travel, tour, and vacation around it. As the tourism industry expands, so will its impact on the environment. 50 years ago, around 25 million people fueled the world's tourism industry. Today, it's grown to 1.18 billion people. By 2030, that number will swell to 1.8 billion. While the industry accounts for 10% of the world's gross domestic product, it also places a major strain on our planet. For instance, the average luxury hotel room uses 1,800 liters of water per day. To put this into context, the average Canadian uses 329 liters of water per day. That's just the average. The Bellagio Hotel in Las Vegas, an area where water is scarce, uses 12 million liters of water per year. Several tourist attractions also lack basic waste and recycling systems. The effects of climate change are also putting the world's most visited destinations at risk. By 2050, climate change could directly lead to the extinction of 30% of species, 90% of coral reefs, and almost half the Amazon rainforest. It's time for a change. While the industry will never be fully sustainable, there are steps we can take to protect the planet when we travel. When you're out and about, look for restaurants serving locally sourced food and buy locally made souvenirs. Search for a sustainable hotel or ask your accommodation how they are doing their part. If you are a business or destination, protect the resources you promote. Focus on higher yield rather than higher numbers. These small changes will go a long way in protecting our planet and the places we love to visit. To learn more about sustainable travel practices, visit sustainabletourism.net. From recycling at home to cycling.
Okay, so sustainability is the fourth trend. We cannot not look at that. Okay, so if you're part of the aviation industry, everybody is pointing at the airlines as being the worst culprit, right? Because with air travel, it's not they say this is travel for leisure. It's not necessary, and it's really ruining the world using fossil fuel and leaving really large carbon footprint. So in fact, they'll tell you aviation is ruining the planet. Okay, so with that, let's take a break. It's 8:10 now, so let's come back at 8:30, okay? I will see you at 8:30.
Thank you.
Okay.
Where's he, ah? You mean where? Oh, her. What are you getting?
I want to get like an ice cream or like a small cookie or something.
Sure, you get some super.
Yeah, just I feel like
je main seorang ni always. Main better games bro. Battlefield coming out on this boring lah. Dulu orang hacker saya.
Okay, right, yeah. She don't order McDonald's. Huh? I think McSpicy sir.
I doubt.
What?
Samurai.
Come on.
The four trends. Let's look at on the new side. Saw that video already. Okay, thank you. So now we move on. Okay, and part of the trend, shaping marketing trend, is because of consumers' desire for total transparency. So what this is doing is really changing things on the internet, firstly. With the internet, people expect, or the public, consumers expect the information immediate, and also they want transparency because you can search for information, so you can't like have false advertising because they can compare. And also the generation Y, this is the W8Y, not the XYZ, sorry, it's like.
How the hell did I do?
Okay, so first is the internet. Everything is speedy, fast, immediate. And because of generation Y, so I guess that's referring to you all, the younger generation. So there are demands for transparency from the companies they work for and also they do business with, and it's only going to get more so. So the younger people ask even more questions, those younger than you. If you all already experienced any, like some of your subordinates or what, right, your nephews and nieces, wow, you have to explain why. Okay, and of course the NGOs, these are the non-governmental organizations, right, and they are demanding for companies to be accountable. So ethics are involved, sustainability, so you can't just do just above the legal line, right? You must work with morals, ethics, care for the environment, okay? So it's changing the way things are moving. Okay, why is it changing so much in aviation? Why is all the consumer changes and why are all the trends changing in particular aviation so much? Well, it's because in this business, we are really selling experiences. So no doubt we say we are selling seats, but you can't take the seat home. You're selling a package like travel. So what is travel? Travel is really about the experience. So you're selling the whole thing, experience. So you can see some of the pictures here, the ads here. It is really the experience, and that is how it's being marketed as well. Okay, so we refer to this. This is what we refer to as the marketing mix. So what the marketing mix is, this is the classic quotation. What I'm going to show you in this slide is from Kotler, and Kotler is the guru of marketing. So this professor has been around since 1990s or even 1980s, okay, when I was still studying marketing. Okay, so marketing mix is the organization's overall offer of value to the customer. Yeah, so traditionally, it was like all services to be marketed. Okay, so and it's often called the 4 Ps, which I mentioned just now: product, place, pricing, and promotion. So these 4 Ps haven't changed much. So if you study marketing today, it is still the 4 Ps. And marketeers will focus on the 4 Ps. And these are the 4 Ps that can be manipulated. So you change it in order to keep ahead of the competition. So when people ask you what is the marketing mix, then you go through the 4 Ps. Okay, so Kotler, this is Philip Kotler. So what exactly do customers look for when it comes to flying decision?
Oh, what? Let's get into
Safety. Some people say it's safety. Is it price? Is it marketing? The food? Probably not the food. The seat. It's just the brand. Okay, a lot of different factors, but when you put everything together, you look at the first point. It is really about emotion, because you're selling an experience. So it is the part that it should be measured is the human emotion part. So the human emotion really plays a large role in driving brand loyalty. Why you like this brand, why you don't like this brand, especially when you haven't tried the products and services. Right, you have a good impression of certain airlines, certain products, certain brands, and you haven't even used their product. How did this come about?
Allah, tadi nak cakap
someone, and that someone may not have used the product either. They could have read it somewhere or whatever.
I saw that before, bro.
It resonated with you. So it's really an emotional
Like the countries, right?
Okay, so if you check out this article, you can read this APR Harvard Business Review article. It talks about emotional connection. So earlier, we went through customer satisfaction, and then from there you build loyalty. Okay, so this is another theory altogether, that yes, customer satisfaction is given, but it is still the emotional connection. Okay, in the end, it is all about emotion. So you can read another school of thought about successful marketing and emotional connection, and loyal customers and emotional connection, as opposed to customer satisfaction. Okay, so yes, you're already satisfied, but what makes you become loyal? It is all about emotions.